All right, everybody. What's going on? This is your boy Jay coming at you live Thursday evening, a little later than usual. Nonetheless, keeping with the tradition of sharing daily insights on Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Biren. And I'll jump on it right away. Here's where I left off. Okay. So, as I was saying on the first part of the chapter, this chapter I would not dare to summarize. So I'll just go ahead and just share the paragraph as they are, and share my insights as I go. So here it goes. Continuation. There was a feeling of absolute certainty of being in touch with all the power life has to give. All thought of money, teacher, or even my own personality vanished in the great wave of joy which swept over my entire being. Hey, what's going on, Athanasius? Songjin, good to have you guys. I walked on and on with this feeling of joy steadily increasing and expanding until everything about me seemed aglow with resplendent light. Every person I passed was illuminated as I was. All consciousness of personality has disappeared, and in its place there came that great and almost overwhelming sense of joy and contentment. Hi, 오랜만이다, 융해. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hello. Great to have you. That night, when I made my picture of the $20,000, it was with an entirely changed aspect. So contrast this with how she was describing her visualizing the $20,000 on yesterday's live, right? On previous occasions, when making my mental picture, I had felt that I was waking up something within myself. This time, there was no sensation of effort. I simply counted over 20,000. I simply counted over the $20,000. Then, in a most unexpected manner, from a source of which I had no consciousness at the time, there seemed to open a possible avenue through which the money might reach me. Hey, Jen, how are you? At first, it took great effort not to be excited. It all seemed so wonderful, so glorious to be in touch with supply. But had not Troward cautioned his readers to keep all excitement out of their minds in the first flush of realization of union with infinite supply, and to treat this fact as a perfectly natural result that had been reached through our demand? This was even more difficult for me than it was to hold the thought that all the substance there is, I, the big I, the idea, am the beginning of all form, visible or invisible. You are the substance. Okay? Just as soon as there appeared a circumstance which indicated the direction through which the $20,000 might come, I not only made a supreme effort to regard the indicated direction calmly as the first sprout of the seed I had sown in the absolute. Hey, Michelle, good to have you, girl. But left no stone unturned to follow up that direction by fulfilling my part. This is the action part. So don't get it twisted. Law of attraction is not about you just sitting there thinking good thoughts and money raining from the sky. When you get intuition, you have to take action and follow direction and listen to your intuition, and you have to just let it happen. By so doing, one circumstance seemed naturally to lead to another until, step by step, my desired $20,000 was secured. To keep my mind poised and free from excitement was my greatest effort. Hola, Andrea, ¿cómo están, Sam? Long time no see. So here, guys, let me go back and review the insights from each of the paragraphs, okay? So we left off the beginning of chapter 9 from yesterday, where I made the point that once she accepted the idea that she was it, that she was that substance, she was that consciousness, that from which everything originates, all the tension in her body released, in her mind and body, and she just completely relaxed. Now, once she completely relaxed, she's saying that there was a feeling of absolute certainty of being in touch with all the power life has to give. Wow. And she just kind of vanished into this, like, no personality, no nothing, and everybody was illuminated just as much as she was. Hey, Kath, good to have you, girl. And just think about that. You being so overwhelmed with a sense of joy and contentment that everybody you here's the name of the book that everybody you see is illuminated just as you are, and it makes me think about namaste, right? And namaste, what it means is the light within me acknowledges the light within you, and the meaning goes a little bit deeper than that. But I told you, Kath, I listened to feedback. You gave me a suggestion. I take it and I like it. I actually much prefer to be wearing my T-shirt. And the meaning of Namaste is a little bit deeper than that, but for the purpose of this live, right? The light in me acknowledges the light within you, right? We are one. That's what Namaste wants to say. And just think about that. The light within me acknowledges the light within you. We are one. And here she's saying every person that I passed was illuminated just as I was, right? And that makes you forget about all sorts of different personalities, different people, whatever, and you just feel this extreme, like this amazing sense of unity with everything and everyone. And with that sense, she moved on to picturing once again the $20,000 that she needed to travel to England to see to be mentored by Thomas Troward. And she was saying that before it felt like she was putting effort into this visualization, but this time there was like an inner sense of 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 like this awareness that she wasn't aware of before, and she just simply counted over the $20,000 as if it were done, right? And now here is the biggest caution there is, and there are many examples that I can give about people who used visualization and got in touch with this inner sense of being so in touch with your visualization that you just take it as a natural progression. And the commonality of everybody that recounts stories like this is that they weren't excited once it happened. For example, I was talking about Dan Marino, who threw the winning touchdown by throwing a Hail Mary in the Super Bowl. And when the reporters went to interview him, they were like, "How do you feel?" And he was like, "I don't know. Like, that was just another throw. I practiced that throw like countless times in practice, right?" So for him, there was no excitement. For him, it was like, "Yeah, I threw the winning touchdown, and I'm excited that I won. But about the throw itself, like I threw it so many times that I'm used to it." Another example is one of my mentors, Dan Locke. He always tells us to smell the leather. And what that means is that when you are visualizing and you want to include in your visualization a new car, what you do is you go to the dealership and you sit in the new car, you actually test drive it, and you smell the fresh new leather of the car. Now, he was recounting a story of an RX-8 that he bought way back in the days, and he was saying that he smelled the leather so much. He went to so many different dealerships and he test drove the car so much that when time came for him to actually drive his own paid in full, one shot paid in full paid RX-8 and took it off the lot, there was no excitement. He just got on the car and he drove it home, and he didn't feel overly excited about that accomplishment. Why? Because he had visualized this so much, and in the visualization, there was this deep sense of ownership, let's call it. He already knew that that car was his. And once that feeling washed all over him, he knew that that RX-8 of his dreams, it was his. And soon enough, he went and drove the RX-8 off the lot against all odds, because everybody around him was telling him that he would never be able to afford one. And guess what? He went ahead and did it, and he visualized himself owning the car. So with that, guys, thank you so much. My time is up for today, but I'll come back with you with more tomorrow. If you want deeper insight about what I talked about today, go ahead and jump on over to my Phenomenal Paradigm private Facebook group. Until then, I appreciate the hell out of you for being here with me. This was your boy Jay, and peace out.